So I'm at the park again today. Same park I shot the last video. I love the scenery here. And it's pretty close to where I am staying. Just wanted to say thank you for viewing my video today. Today I want to talk about the steps you take once you have actually decided to do something about raising your vibration in this universe. I want to start off first by saying that raising your vibration, it was a very, very, very great idea for you to do, not only because it will help you and your future generations and even your past generations by building up spiritual integrity and spiritual energy and electricity, which is going to garner your spirit after you're not physical anymore. But it's also because right now in physical reality on Earth, where we live as human beings, obviously, it's becoming vital to have a higher vibration and a lower density of cells in your body. It is November 5th, I believe, and as you can see, it's like beautiful sun shining outside. Where I am in Dallas, Texas, it is considered to be like fall, going on winter in a few weeks. I say that to say this, it is obvious that the climate is changing outside, and it's important for us to pay attention to the climate shifts, because as human beings, we are products of I'm going to say the electromagnetic spectrum that comes upon the environment we live in, because we're light beings. So basically us being light beings, the amount of light that's being introduced to us on a daily basis is part of our diet. It's part of if you're healthy or not. So the fact of the matter is, a lot of people eat, drink, live in a way that is not upholding your humanity. And when I say this, I mean the melanin in your skin. You're eating and you're drinking and you're living and you're acting in a way that destroys it, literally, cellularly. And the reason that this is important is because as human beings, we want to continue. That is the biggest influence on any being in this entire universe, in the world, wherever you are, is to live. And we want to live, we want to continue. So if we want to live and we want to continue, we must continue to move, continue to eat, continue to drink, continue to act in such a way. And I know that it is not easy, as we live in a society that is teaching us to exist and not actually live, because the society is living off of our existence. And if I need to go into detail about that, just put a comment below and I will do a video on that as well. But to raise our vibrations is to act, to live, to eat, to be human. And to do this, we must take the steps to raise our vibration. The reason we need to raise our vibration is because of the things I just said, is to live. The electromagnetic spectrum on this earth is changing. The amount of light, the amount of heat that this world is being able to handle is rising, which means that beings that are melanated, beings that are supposed to consume the sun, are going to be asked by the universe to consume more and more. So if we live in a way that is destroying our melanin, that is destroying our livelihood, that is destroying our humanity, hue meaning color, man meaning man, if we're living in a way that is destroying that, then being on this planet when the planet is asking us as biological beings of this planet to consume more sun, then if we are not eating, if we are not acting, if we're not doing things to stay human, we will no longer exist. And I know it sounds like a lot, and I know it sounds like, oh, well, it's going to be a long time, but no. Actually, I remember I'm 25. I remember just in 2002 when I was in elementary school, my teacher was telling the whole entire classroom about global warming and how it wasn't real, and how the seasons don't change, and how, oh, it's just BS because some political party is thinking this and this and that. Really and truly, let's like put aside politics and put aside religion and put aside people's opinions and just look at what's going on around us. Because if you haven't noticed, it's fall time here in Texas, and half of these trees are not even half. Most of these trees are still green, which means these plants aren't going dormant at the time of year that they're supposed to go dormant like they usually do. And I'm not saying this in the sense that, oh, plants have to plants and trees and nature it has to do what we say it does as humans. No, I mean it's nature. The earth is being the earth is working hard to cause us to live, you know. But as human beings, we have a lot of influence on how the earth reacts to us. And the way that we have treated it, the way that we have treated one another, the way that we have treated beings that visit, it's throwing the planet off of balance. And the trees and nature and life in general is working to survive. So to survive, like I said, the universe is asking us to consume more sunlight, to consume more nature, to consume more of the realness that was thought of to make us thrive, to make us expand, to make us grow as human entities, as beings that have a physical body. And not to play into global warming or anything, or play into whatever, I don't know, the government or the elites in this country, in this world, are wanting us to subscribe to. But it may not be global warming. It may not be whatever the construct, the name they call it. But for a fact, this this entity that we live on, that I'm gonna say entity because the earth is living and breathing. All of the trees grow up out of the ground. All of the flowers grow up out of the ground. The water, it sustains life. The air, it sustains life. It's alive. If we choose to ignore that, then we're choosing to ignore that the fate of our humanity is in jeopardy. And I say that to say this: we can't deny that the earth is heating up. And with science, me being a scientist, you being a scientist too, is because you study something for sure. Even if you were brought up in school, even if you're self-educated, you study something. We have to make the observation that heat rises, and anything that the sun touches, you're going to feel the warmth from it. You're going to feel the fire. You're going to feel the electromagnetic rays. You're going to hear the rays, the radio waves that are coming from the sun. And being that there's going to be more heat coming to the planet, the beings of the planet are going to hold more heat, which means you must rise. And that's spiritually, physically, mentally, in any way possible that helps to garner your humanity. In saying all of this, raising your vibration, which is basically your frequency at the rate that you vibrate in the universe, the rate that sound, that light comes into you, the way that you actually the way that you actually ingest light and digest light and are able to emit it back out into the universe. If you want to increase that, there are some things that need to be done. And I always start by saying, you know what, if you want to vibrate, if you want to move more quickly, which is a vibration, which is the frequency of how many times you're gonna basically think about it like thumping on a desk. How many times you can thump on a desk within a second? That's a frequency. If you want to be able to manifest your thoughts, manifest your actions, manifest a certain mindset, a certain outcome, a frequency is key to that. And us being electric beings and working off of the energy of the sunlight, of the energy of the cosmos, the stars, the galaxy, us working off of that and actually being small suns walking around and interacting with the universe as suns walking around on Earth, we must be electric and we must have a high frequency so that we can digest the light, the sound that is coming into us and that we must emit. I want to start with the eating because of the fact that most beings, that's their first instinct, is to make sure they are nourished. And in this time, not saying it's always been this way, because I know in ancient times and times before now, our ancestors knew how to nourish and sustain their bodies without eating so much or actually eating food at all, probably. Which I've had that experience too, because I have tried fasting, and it's more to sustain your body and to nourish your body bioenergetically and hormonally than actually having to put physical food inside of your body. But this time, a lot of people aren't connected to the universe, as I said, and that's why raising your vibration is so important, because it will give you a connection, a natural connection to the universe, so that you don't have to feed off of society, feed off of other people, feed off of whatever gives you the motivation or strength to do what you do on a daily basis. Food is important to that. And the food you choose to consume gives you a certain type of energy, a certain amount of energy to carry out the daily the daily endeavors, being a human being. And especially these days and time where it's almost required of people to exert their energy in ways that aren't pleasurable, aren't peace bringing, aren't happiness bringing, and a lot of the times are very, on a very small scale, beneficial to their life and their livelihood. So having a diet that sustains you as a human being, that sustains your mental patterns, that sustains your DNA, which is where information is stored, by the way, in every being. It's vital to eat and to consume energy that upholds humanity. And when I say humanity, again, I mean your melanin. I mean beings that have a pigmentation, a dark pigmentation to their skin and to their organs and to the cells in pretty much every living thing. And not even pretty much, every living thing contains melanin in some way, shape, or form. Oh, gross. Excuse me, I'm walking into the store and I just saw a rat decaying on the sidewalk, which was a little bit jolting. So yeah, starting with your diet, it's vital as human beings that we have electricity running through our bodies at all times, because we are electromagnetic beings, and the light, us being conscious, we're going to attract it anyway, because our consciousness is an electromagnetic field that attracts the sun, that attracts light beings, that attracts light information, that attracts light thoughts. And even though we are light beings, we carry dark matter as well, and that's attracted to us as well, because we are electromagnetic beings. So some of the circumstances in your life, some of the things you go through, some of the things you deal with are because of the energy you hold in your body, the feelings you hold in your body, the thoughts you hold in your body. Eating healthy, and when I say healthy, eating electric, eating a color spectrum, eating things that are living, will help to perpetuate your life. And that's what we're out for, right? Is to sustain life and to continue to live, and not just live, but live to be our best selves, to carry out our greatest potential, which humanity is not doing as of now. And I can say this because I do feel very in touch with my spiritual self and with my past existences. It's been bad for a long time, but now it's blatant and it's careless, and the actions that are being made are frivolous. And we're also in a time where there's more light being shined into our universe, which means things are being revealed. So people know. People know what they're doing, and people know what they can do. And the fact that there's more light, there's more opportunity, there's more magic, there's more energy, there's more electricity to pull from to manifest those light thoughts, to manifest light beings, to attract our ancestors back to us, to attract our spirit guides back to us. And a lot of people aren't doing that. So in this video, I'm speaking to those who want to perpetuate humanity. Those that want to raise their vibrations and help raise the vibration of this entire planet. Biologically, this planet is heating up, and it's providing us with the energy. Now we must do something with it. And other times, we weren't as informed. The energy wasn't as high. People were in captivity. I'm not saying they aren't now. But there are melanated people with the resources, with the knowledge and information that can do something to help the masses. And I may not have as many resources, and I may not have as much information as I will accumulate, but I'm saying this to spark a light in your mind and to gather you into a mind that wants to raise the vibration of the universe, so that you can project light energy as well. The work, it needs to be done. People get up on a daily basis and go to a job, go to an employer, and they hate it. They're stopping by fast food places, taking out fast food, spending their resources, whatever charge they gave to whatever entity they were working for. They're using that to feed themselves artificial energy that won't sustain them past the time that they ate it. And this is helping keep the vibration low because it's easy, because it goes along with the illogical system that's been set up by our country, by the elites in this world. And conforming to that is almost conforming to not being human anymore, to giving up your soul. And when I say soul, if you know anything about Spanish, I mean your sun. Because like I said, as human beings, we're walking around on this planet mirroring the sun. You see that big light in the sky, and you see the small twinkling lights in the sky, in the galaxy, that consciousness. Up there in that galaxy, that ball of light, that consciousness is aware of us the same way we are aware of it. Now, does that ever make you think how powerful you are as a human being? That you can even see the sun. That you even have the biological makeup to have the eyes, to be able to digest the photons and to be able to digest the radio waves that are coming from the universe, to even be able to hear things, to be able to hear my voice right now, to be able to see my face right now. That's strength, and that's electricity. The same way they made this phone that I'm using to record myself, they used the technology of your eyes. Your eyes were the blueprint for this technological device. Isn't that amazing? I'm literally just walking to the store. Another way that I could use to raise my vibration is finding time alone and using that time to quiet your environment, but not necessarily your mind. Quiet your environment of distractions and other things that you might feel compelled to focus on. And sit or stand or lie, and however comfortable you need to be, and let your thoughts flow. Let your thoughts move without catching them and analyzing them. Just let them move. And a way to do this is to practice breath control. Because yes, as beings, we are on a frequency, and being able to control the oxygen and the way that you consume the light that's coming down from the cosmos is vital and important. Using your breath to control the light and the frequency coming into your heart and your lungs, and therefore the rest of your circulatory system, is powerful. As human beings, we were put on Earth, a living planet, and we are supposed to be in tune with it. In your time alone, in your time of meditation, getting in tune with Earth will bring you a state of bliss, of flow, and ease of thought, ease of movement in the mind, easier movement in the body. And the way you can do this is taking 1 second to be aware of your breath. Find it in your belly, find it in your back, wherever you're holding it at the moment. And take a deep breath. A deep enough breath to feel the energy down in your genital groin area. Maybe like in between the anus and the vaginal cavity, or the anus and the bridge behind the scrotum, and the anus in men. And count to 10. Breathing in deeply. Then exhale for 10 seconds deeply. This will bring you in tune with the breath cycles of the earth. Starting to balance your energy in a way that you can digest the light spectrum with the frequency your body holds, all around giving you a better quality of life, better quality of existence, better observation, better hearing, sight, taste, senses. Taking quiet time and reflecting on your own being is vital to raising your vibration, because it removes mind viruses as you open yourself up to cosmic knowledge, the knowledge that the earth has for you, the knowledge that the sun has for you, that the ocean has for you, that the wind has for you. And you being an electromagnetic being and connected to the earth, biogenetically, biochemically, you are a part of it. So you speak the language that they speak. It just takes being quiet and actually listening rather than speaking. Goodness gracious. Well, it's just offensive.